So today on What It Looks Like Homemade, we are making Panda Express inspired orange chicken. Now this is going to be a wonderful meal because it's super easy to make. It is something that you can get at Panda Express, but why buy it at Panda Express when you can make it at home? So that's what we're going to show you today, how to make orange chicken inspired by Panda Express. And I'll post a link up here too so you can see what it was that I bought from the grocery store so that you know exactly what you need to buy in order to make orange chicken. So that's what we're going to do today on What It Looks Like Homemade Orange Chicken inspired by Panda Express.
Alright, listen, here we go. You don't know how to cook, I'ma teach you now. Stir fry, cheesecake, apple pie. Get your mind right, you ain't gotta ask why. I can do this all night, let me show you how. Everything tastes good when you follow me. Make your friend ask, can I get the recipe? We turn lemons into lemonade. Get your cooking skills and upgrade on what it looks like homemade. What it looks like homemade. What it looks like homemade. Homemade.
So to get started, we're going to start off first by cutting our chicken. Got 2 nice pieces of chicken breast here. Now you can use chicken thighs. Now I honestly believe that at Panda Express they use chicken thighs. I'm not 100% sure, but my gut is that they use chicken thighs for their chicken. So we're going to cut it into strips like this. When you cut it into strips, makes it a lot easier to get into good sized pieces that you want for your orange chicken. Cut it like that, and then we just cut it. See, now we got nice pieces right there. Make sure you sharpen your knife too before you start. That really helps a lot. All right, that's done. Let's that right here. Our next piece. And you're just gonna cut it in strips like this. Okay, now that we have our chicken breast all cut up, we're gonna just set that to the side over here. All right, next it's time to make our sauce. Now this is the key part of orange chicken. Of course, you need chicken for orange chicken, but you got to make the orange part. So that's what we're going to do next. Now to make our orange chicken sauce, we're going to start off by first mincing 4 cloves of garlic. So we're going to put our garlic in our mincer here. We're going to do 4 of these. Now there's a real easy way on how to get the skin off your garlic. I will post a video on how to do that. Be sure to look out for that. Otherwise, we're just gonna do 4 of those. And garlic, man, it smells. It has a strong smell to it. I guess that's why sometimes when people eat garlic, like you can smell it like emanating from their skin. So it can really fill up the room. Last one here. We'll get that out. Put our garlic into our bowl. Okay, next we're gonna grate some ginger. Really just use like an apple slicer or an apple peeler and just peel the skin of the ginger off. And it's a pretty easy process. Just gonna go like this right here. And it comes off like that. We need 2 teaspoons of our ginger. Looks good. And you can tell the ginger and the garlic look very similar. And then finally, we need about 2 teaspoons of our orange zest here. Now, definitely be sure to rinse this off. I wash it myself. I don't like to just start using it. Like, you don't know how many hands have been on this when you got it at the grocery store. So I always wash it first before I zest it. Need about 2 teaspoons of this. Of course, it makes sense that you would use the orange zest for orange chicken. And zesting is a pretty easy process, really. What's always interesting about zest, whether it's orange zest, lime zest, lemon zest, is that traditionally you wouldn't eat this at all. Like nobody would eat this, just sit down and just eat the skin. But when you add it into a recipe, I mean, it really brings out the flavor of whatever fruit it is, whether it's lemon, lime, or orange. I mean, it really makes it taste very flavorful. So we got our orange zest here. All right, and now we can begin to make the sauce, our orange chicken sauce. So now to make our sauce, we're gonna start off with some orange juice first. Now, I bought this, for the to make our orange chicken, but to my surprise, my wife went in last night and look how much orange juice she drank. So I may pay for that comment later, but that's okay. So we're gonna do our 2 cups of orange juice. Pour it in there. All right, so now we got that. So we're gonna just gonna start combining everything together. So we're gonna pour in our orange juice here to our nice big size bowl. Next, we're gonna pour in a 1/4 cup of reduced sodium soy sauce. That's what I always prefer to use. Anytime I use soy sauce, it's always reduced sodium. I'm gonna pour that in there. Then do a 1/4 cup of honey. Give it a nice sweet flavor to it. It's always hard to get that honey out of there. Well, we want to get as much of it as we can. There we go. Now I think I can get a little bit more. There we go. Next, we're going to add our 2 teaspoons of ginger, 2 teaspoons of orange zest, a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, a 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Give it some spice there now. So again, if you don't want any spices, don't add the pepper flakes in there, but I think it's gonna make it taste really good. And then our 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, and then 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. There. And we're just gonna whisk it all together, and our goal as we whisk is for it to not be clumpy at all. So we're gonna whisk this up here. Of course, it's gonna be making some noise here, but that's okay. And one thing about Panda Express, I think the orange chicken is their most popular meal. Now, normally I always get kung pao chicken and black pepper chicken. But when I get the black pepper chicken, it's less chicken and more onions and peppers. So I don't really get that as often as I used to. But a friend of mine told me that whenever he goes to Panda Express, he always gets double orange chicken. So I was like, wow, double orange? I thought that must be something to this orange chicken. So I tried it, and I was like, this is really good. So now I don't get double orange. I still do my kung pao chicken, but now I always get orange chicken with it as well. But instead of always going to Panda Express, we can just make it at home on what it looks like homemade. So that's what we're gonna do today, show you how to make a Panda Express inspired orange chicken. All right, I think we got it mixed in well. Okay, now it's time for our chicken. Get ready to cook it. Okay, so now that we're done making the sauce, we're gonna pour our chicken into a bowl. Then we're gonna coat it with some flour. This is a 1/4 cup of flour. I'm going to use my spoon here to kind of coat it there. You want to get it all around all the chicken the best you can. It doesn't have to be a thick layer. We're not making fried chicken, so. Just gotta want to just get the the flour on the chicken the best you can. And now it's time to cook the chicken, so we're gonna heat up 1 tablespoon of our olive oil. All right, let's add in our 1 tablespoon of olive oil. We're gonna get this heated up here so that we can cook our chicken. Move it around. And all of it coated. If you find that you need a little bit more olive oil, that's fine. It may depend on the size of your skillet. I think we're warm enough here. Put our chicken in there. Now, if it's hot, you should hear it sizzle. I hear it sizzling a little bit. Just want to separate it apart. Because one thing too that I find at Panda Express is that sometimes I get a piece of orange chicken and it's like a whole clump like this right here. It's like, oh man, don't really want to eat a whole clump of chicken. So try to separate it the best you can. That's been your experience too. Yeah, let me know in the comments, because the last couple of times I got orange chicken, it was huge chunks of chicken all like stuck together. You gotta cook this until it's lightly brown, but with no pink left in the middle. It's gonna take probably about 10 minutes or so. All right, now that our chicken is done, we're going to put it aside in a bowl here. We're gonna set it aside. We're gonna start making our sauce. That looks really nice. Drain any grease you may have left in there. Now we're gonna turn our heat down to medium. And there's no need to clean out the skillet. We want all that, whatever's in there, to be left in there. Give it one last good whisk here. Just kind of pour it into your pan here slowly, because it's going to be a little hot. So oh wow, those flavors, that aroma just really kicked in, and it smells great. And so now we're actually going to turn it up to high. We want to bring our mixture here to a boil. Once it starts to boil, then we're going to turn it down to medium. We want it to boil first. All right, now that it's boiling, we're going to turn it down to medium. And then we're going to let it simmer for about 15 minutes. And you want to stir this constantly. Like, you want to make sure, stir it probably about once every minute or so. Because we want this now to thicken up. And that's the purpose of that cornstarch that we added into it, is that it's gonna make it thicken up. I'm gonna let this do its thing. Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
Alexa, stop. All right, now that our sauce is ready, time to add the chicken back in here. We're gonna let this cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. We want it to get hot again. Mix it all around. I'm just gonna let that cook. So now we're just about done, so we're gonna turn the heat off, and then we're gonna let it sit for about 5 minutes or so. And that way the sauce can thicken up. It is almost time to eat. Whoa, another what it looks like homemade video. Orange chicken, oh my goodness, it looks so good. It smells divine. I mean, like, the whole house is smelling good. My wife walked out, she's like, babe, it smells good out here. I'm like, you know it, because it's what it looks like homemade. All right, let's do the taste test. All right, here we go. Let's try this out. Oh, it looks so good. Here we go. Oh man, you taste the orange chicken for sure. It's spicy. Oh my goodness. This is better than Panda Express. I don't know why my voice got so high there for a second. Maybe because it tastes so good. Oh, this is delicious. I cannot wait for you to try it. Oh, this is really, really good. Yeah, it's a little spicy too. Maybe cut down just a little bit on the red pepper flakes, but to me, it's wonderful. I love it. This is so good. As always, I thank you so much for watching What It Looks Like Homemade. Got another recipe coming for you soon. Please be sure to like and subscribe today. Don't wait, subscribe today. And in that way, you will not miss another one of our wonderful recipes. Plus, we got our frozen meals that we compare, show you exactly what it looks like, show you what it smells like, what it tastes like. Everything you need to know to determine, do I want to buy this meal based on the way it looks on the box, or do I want to come to what it looks like and see exactly what I'm going to get? So again, thank you so much for watching What It Looks Like Homemade.